Hi guys, hello, meet everybody. It's MicheleMarieDalene. It is the 5th of April of 2019, and today we're going to talk about something technical, or somewhat technical. A new policy suddenly came into existence on YouTube. I will be sharing a link to another YouTuber who is discussing this exact same topic. It affects mobile live streamers using the YouTube app on their mobile devices, which of course includes your cell phones and tablets. YouTube has decided that you will not be allowed to stream from your mobile devices or tablets if you have less than 1,000 subs. Please notice it does not say anything about minimum number of minutes required of viewer time. However, the gentleman points out, him and his two other friends, apparently that YouTube is doing this due to, his opinion is based on the load that newcomers are doing to YouTube servers with the amount of traffic that they're getting. Remember, unlike the people with 1,000 subs or more and 240,000 minutes or 4,000 hours, YouTube system is unfortunately not making any money with these people. And because of this reason, the servers are not able to keep up with the demand. Well, I do admit that it kind of sucks, but I can kind of see YouTube's point of view. But here's the thing, is that they should have at least given some people advance notice. They did not tell anyone this is a YouTube message. He wondered if people got emails. I never got one. And I think most of us didn't. So the sad truth is that YouTube's middle of the night handling of this is really strange. There has been some conjecture that YouTube is planning something as a way to get rid of the little guys. I have my own opinion, and I'm going to give it to you. One, first of all, YouTube servers have been very busy lately. They have been doing okay in some parts of the world, but they do get overwhelmed. I've seen that many times. Unfortunately, the problem is that for YouTubers who have less than 1,000 subs, unless they're on YouTube Premium or YouTube Red, they're not paying into the system. YouTube is not making advertising income on them. And so basically, YouTube sees them as losses, not as gains, because they're not putting money into YouTube's coffers. However, my opinion is, I think YouTube should consider a different approach to this, because, number one, maybe say, like I said in a test video last night with Lumi, is you need to consider offering people an option to upgrade, right? Or for at least if you have less than 1,000 subs. And other than uploading in standard 640 by 360 or 640 by 480, you can buy a package tiers to upgrade to higher rates of quality. This will give YouTube an income coming in on a monthly basis, and will help offset the operating expenses of the equipment. And of course, if you have more than 1,000 subs, YouTube's already making money off you, so in the form of advertising revenue. So I think, even though it's not my first choice option, I think it may be the most feasible one, because it also will increase more revenue for YouTube. Now, the biggest issue here is, notice it only applies to mobile devices. Most YouTubers, when they get started out with, they use their phone. Like I'm using my phone right now to record this vlog. And that is a very common thing. I don't need to upload any higher than 640 by 360 most of the time, because most of my video content is mostly auditory. meaning you actually listen to it. And the reason that is that for me, because I am legally blind, I don't really see the picture that well until I watch the reruns, and then I see the picture. So, but what I'm going to talk to you about some possible solutions for the YouTubers that are obviously going to be the most affected by this. Number one, it only affects the mobile YouTube app on iOS and Android. It does not affect desktop streaming. It does not affect laptop streaming. Only cell phones and tablets and any other kinds of devices that use the YouTube app. I wouldn't be surprised if the desktops are going to be next, guys. Honestly, I think that they're doing the cell phones first because it is the most popular option. But I think if YouTube did what I suggested, they could still make a nice chunk of change and they would still be able to get your voice out there. Two, it has nothing to do with conspiracy theories. It has nothing to do with Article 13 of the EU, although maybe it may. That's my opinion. I don't know if it's true. No one has any emails directly from YouTube at this point to say why this is. Okay? So right now it's all conjecture. I was not the first one to break the story. I will admit this. These guys did a pretty good job on it. They really covered it to death. And I think that they did a wonderful job. Several other people on YouTube have also broke the story before me, but I was one of the early breakers. Now, does this affect the desktop streaming for the week for Saturday? No, that's going to be continuing on at a regular 2 o'clock because number one, as I said, the desktop apps are not affected. What about RTMP streaming on your cell phone? That's not affected either. As we tested it in the live stream directly sent from the same phone using Lyrics Broadcaster, it does not affect using RTMP streaming. As I said, it only affects at this point the YouTube app. Okay, so if you already are using another streaming option, then you're fine. Of course, I do admit that the live streaming directly from the app is a lot less work. You don't have to carry 2 cell phones with you. You don't have to worry about keeping 2 cell phones going with a cell phone plan on each one. You just basically, use the same phone. But then you have to see my eyeball. I'm saying you see my eyeball all the time. I'm like looking at the comments, right? Well, that's why. So that's the reason why I would much rather prefer to use 2 separate devices anyway. But that's something to keep in mind. So I'm glad that I finally was able last night to clarify the point I was trying to say about the pill mills. But I think that one person thought I was incorrect because, believe it or not, what he said is exactly what I said, that you need to work with your therapist and your medical prescribers simultaneously, okay? I don't necessarily totally support the chemical imbalance baloney. Neither does Dr. Peter Bregan, MD. But you know what? That's my opinion. I am not a board certified anything. So, you need to work with your prescribers. So I just want to make sure we reiterate that because it's so important. As far as, are we really, really doing so bad right now on YouTube? Did R11 get back to you while purchasing a theatrical license? No. Did Quincy Report get back to you about after you talked about your apology for the 50 Shades of Autism? No. Is other people from that group willing to talk to you at this point? I have only heard of one, and he didn't seem too complimentary at all. But I would love to see what happens, okay? Is it going to rain on Saturday? Probably. Are we going to be inside? Probably. So, at this point, all I can tell you is it's not going to be too much different than a normal live stream. But as far as YouTube goes, if I find out any more detail, I will gladly let you know. So I will post in the description below the link to the other YouTubers' live stream video talking about this, so that you can hear what these three gentlemen have to say. They did a pretty bang-on job. I really do think they did a good job. And it will help you to understand what's going on, at least until somebody from YouTube, maybe Susan or Jicky or one of the other people, come back to us and give us the official details. But for now, I want to thank you guys. I will see you tomorrow, which is Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. UK time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time. And until that time, keep yourself safe. Keep your nipples in the ice. Bye-bye.